Hello everyone, this is Lisa from Lisa Grateful Me. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the Financial Goals Hop. This is a hop that has been put together by Donna, Mama Bear, and the Traveling and Saving Chief. Now, these ladies got together and did some brainstorming, and they thought that it would be a good idea for us to share how we make and keep and focus on goals. So as I've watched the different channels, I have learned so many little snippets that are going to help me in my goal journey. Now, before I get too far myself, Jeanette's journey was did her video, and now yesterday. Today it is me, and then it's Fiona at Frugality is Life. And then after Fiona, it's Steph's on a Budget. As you can see here, we have many different channels that run their channels and their business differently. So it's really good to get an idea of how people put their goals in place to reach success. And I encourage each of you to take a little snippet from each of these ladies and to learn and grow and develop your goal making skills. Well, I have to tell you that this financial hop took me down a humongous rabbit hole. And when I say humongous, I mean humongous. And I'm going to tell you about this. So, I believe that nothing in life is coincidental. If you're a person of faith, I really believe that things happen for a reason. And me being part of this hop happened for a very particular reason. And it has made me do a lot of soul searching. So, there are many different types of sheets and aids to help you in making and reaching and keeping your goals. There are some by Budget with Mama Bear. There are some by Donna over at Donna, powered by creativity. Oh my goodness. And the Traveling and Saving Chief. So each of these ladies gave us some freebies that will help us in this process of making goals. So, for example, this one right here is by Mama Bear, Budget with Mama Bear, and she has some categories: health, travel, hobbies, social, business, financial, personal, and family. Well, I went in and I kind of changed a few of these categories to fit what my end results that I want to have happen. So, for example, under health, I definitely have health, and my goal to be healthy is to be joyful, to have more movement, and to eat better, and just to feel good on a daily basis, to have happiness and joy in my life. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have 5 sons. I have 12 grandkids. Well, 2 that are on their way. And I have all my siblings live close by, and my parents. My family is the most important thing to me. So for me, under this category of family, I went ahead and I took each member in my family and I thought about how I can build an amazing relationship with each person. And along with each person, there were a set of goals and tasks and things that I want to do and I want to accomplish. This is so important for me to get right. It took me a lot of time to go through each of my little grandkids and my husband and my children, and to be able to make sure that if anything in life, this is the thing that I have to get right. These people are the most important people to me. So, for example, one of the things, I have a tradition with one of my granddaughters. Her name's Malia, and I'll put a little picture up here. Every year when it's time for spring and flowers to come out, she and I go to the flower greenhouse, and then we go to lunch. And that is just one little snippet of, going on dates with my children and my grandchildren, taking the time to be with them. So this category had its own set of lots of goals. And then my travel, I love to travel, but this is a season for my husband and I to stay home and remodel. Our home is named Holly Nani, and it means beautiful home. And it is beautiful, but it is worn down with lots of love. And it's time to remodel. It's time for it to to have a new face. And so I went in and took each room in my house, and I went and I made goals that are relatable to this. Then right here, she has hobbies. And for me, I have preparedness. Now, if you're prepared in life, you shouldn't fear. Preparedness is a huge range for me. There's emergency funds. There is food storage. There is, lots of different things that I want to be prepared for. And I'm going to show you an example. So I just went through and I wrote out yearly what we would need, like garbage bags, how many, toilet paper, toothpaste. I went through every single thing that we would need. And then I put a dollar amount to those. And then I put together a plan on how to do it. I also made menus for each season, so that I could figure out how much of, meat or chicken or whatever that I would need. And so this really, really, really took me a lot of time, but I am so grateful for it. So here's the part that I really want to get. It's my little snippet to you. I am 55. Well, I'll be 55 in July. And my friend challenged me to do a 10-year plan, and to take this 10-year plan and put it in little increments and really think about what you want out of life. And with each goal, you are to write a set of instructions. Now, that is a lot of work. But if I did half of the instructions, then I would probably achieve half of my goal. Instructions and little steps and little phases are so important in being successful. You cannot just write a goal and have it happen. You have to write a goal, and you have to add sets of instructions that will lead you and guide you and navigate you into being successful. So here we go. The next area is financial. And my financial and my business are lumped together. So I wanted to show you this. I don't know if you guys saw, but I had a video that said I am a savings challenge hoarder. And this is a mini savings challenge hoarder. There's over 300 mini savings challenges. And I have Happy Mail that I need to open in my next email. Sorry. Okay, so I'm a hoarder. I have all these challenges. People have created them. They've gifted them to me. I've created some, and they're just sitting here. Well, in order to be successful, I really needed to do an inventory of what I have and what challenges are in all my binders. So you guys, I went through, this is my 10K binder, all of my challenges. And all of my challenges are assigned a particular category, like a new couch, a yard, getting ahead, Christmas, my mortgage, paying it off, the stock up, self-care. And so I went through and I wrote down every savings challenge I have in every binder and in every single, like my bag of money, every challenge that I have. And I needed to assign it a place. It needed to have a purpose. And when I did that, my 10-year financial plan just blossomed. First of all, I needed to know what I had. Secondly, I needed to know how to use it. And thirdly, I needed to write those steps of instructions that would get me to the finish line. So that was a really huge thing. And I encourage each of you, I challenge each of you, if you are a content creator and you have lots of savings challenges, that you go through and you give your challenges a purpose, a part that they play in your business and in your financial future. Okay, then I have an area that to me, instead of social, it's spiritual. So I came up with an idea. I'm not sure how successful it's going to be, but I am going to give it a shot. That's one thing with goals. You can make a goal, you can try it out, and then you can go ahead and self-evaluate. Does this work? Do I need to change things? So your goals are something that you need to touch every single day. And each day when you look at it, it keeps you focused and it keeps you on the path of being successful. So I want to give equal time to God. So I was thinking a week, if I could do 12 hours for self-care, 12 hours to God through like service and kindness and things like that, and working in my prayer journal and learning more about him, and then 12 hours for creativity for my business in making challenges and things for my stores and for my shops. So that is something that I am going to go ahead and give a try. I also feel like self-improvement is so important, and I'm going to show you some of the fun things that I have already here. I've been reading a book a week, and that has really been a great thing for me. I'm learning, I'm growing, and sometimes I'm just relaxing and enjoying a story. I'm stepping into it and giving myself downtime. I also am a nature lover and a natural lover, and I am taking an herb class where I am learning how to make different tinctures and different salves and different creams and things like that. And I have an herb garden that I am using from my backyard to make these different things, and I just love it. So that is something that I am doing for myself. So let me show you some of the things. I want to show you Donna's list, and I want to visit last quarter's goals with you. So my last quarter's goals were, I wanted to start saving for Christmas, and I did. So that was awesome. I wanted to finish my 1K emergency fund, and I can cross that off because I did. And I wanted to get my passport, and I did that, and read a book a day. So those are kind of my things in January that I wanted to do. Now, it's amazing that I was so successful with this in January, because really I wrote goals down, but I didn't write instructions on how to do them. Okay, in February to me is a month of love. It's about having a Valentine party, self-care, love, family night, where we do things together, date nights. It's about showing and expressing love. And we had so much fun as a family. We got together, we had several meals together, we celebrated Valentine's. It just was really nice. And so I can say that I got these done. Now, March for me, you guys, was huge. March, my goal was to have a successful March Madness. And man, did I learn a lot of things. So I feel like it was successful, but I also feel like there's room for improvement and self-evaluation. I wanted to do a Ko-fi membership, and I did not do that. I just had too much on my plate with March Madness. That is something for me to think about when I break my goals down into monthly categories and increments. During March, if I'm doing March Madness, I really need to probably just do that. I did come up with some healthy meals, but I did not make them, so there's room for improvement. And I did start spring cleaning. And in the process of spring cleaning, I have to tell you, I've made a bigger mess. And so now we're in the month of April, and I'm in a big mess. So that is something that I need to look at. So I'm grateful for my quarter one goals. And then my quarter two goals, you guys, I have not written them out monthly. It is something that I am still doing. I am going through my 10-year plan, and I'm going to break them down exactly what I need to finish, how I need to finish it. What does, having joy look like in my life? Does that mean going to lunch with all my girlfriends and laughing? Does it mean, there's the list? I really need to think about that and get that down. And that is something that I'm going to work on and do. So I want to show you, Donna created these lovely quarterly financial goal sheets. So you can go ahead and you can write out each of your goals, and then when you check them off, you can do this, and you can put this in your binder so that you can have a clear, maybe an outline or a bullet point set of goals that you're working on each month. So these are really, really, really good to help. I love how everyone is really working very hard to to help everyone be successful no matter where you are in your budgeting journey. So every year I have a word, and my word is transform. And these are my categories: family, spiritual, money, I am learning, future, and my home. And I did go through and write out some of the things that I wanted to work on. But like I said, I still feel like I need to fine tune this a little bit better. One of the things that I want to really think about is, what type of grandma do I want to be known by? That is something that I am going to write out. I have some lovely grandmas, and they were fabulous, spicy, fun, silly, a little eccentric ladies in my life. And so I need to think about, what type of grandma do I want to be known by, and work on that. I'm going to continue with my preparedness. I'm going to continue with my home and yard remodel. And then the 12 hours of work, 12 hours of self-improvement, and 12 hours for God. One of the things spiritually that I'm working on I'm doing a study on the different names of Christ, and that has been so fun, and I'm going to continue that on. And then it's important for me to record my daily small wins to show that there is joy in every day, even in hard moments. And then I am working on the four books, and then I'm working on getting 3 to 6 months ahead with my paper doll challenges. So there are some things that I know that I want to do, but I need to finish up with June and make these a little more detailed. Like I said, I'm still making my 10-year plan very, very detailed. So everyone, that is kind of me. That is how I roll over at Lisa Grateful Me. I am grateful for all the ladies that are participating in this. I'm grateful for each little nugget that I have learned from each lady as they have shared their financial journey and what is important to them and goals that they are making and trying to achieve. I know that at the end of this quarter, it will be really awesome to see if these videos really made a difference in everyone's life. And so, if it has made a difference to you, or what is your favorite thing that you've learned so far by watching these channels, leave that in the comments, because I would love to see your little snippets, your little golden nuggets, if they are the same that I had. All right, everyone, I am so grateful that I'm part of the Financial Goals Hop, and I can't wait for the transformation that's going to happen in my life, because Donna started me off. Donna, Steph, and the Traveling Chief, started me down a rabbit hole. Wow, my goodness, and really had me stop and get really serious about my 10-year plan. All right, everyone, have a fabulous day. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.